Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for the huge 100,000 subscribers. Never would I have ever imagined after 2 years of making Overwatch content, we would finally be able to see the big 6 digits. It's been a very long journey, and I just want to say thank you guys seriously from the bottom of my heart for watching my videos, subscribing to the channel, liking the videos, commenting on the videos. It's been very long. Okay, but enough of that. I just want to let you guys know that we are making a Cassidy guide currently. So if you guys are interested in that, just stay tuned. But for today, we have a tier list. Pretty self-explanatory. Watch the vid. We're gonna also organize it for you guys. So if you guys are interested in your main hero, you guys can just click on it if you guys want. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for the 100,000 subs. I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace, guys. Alright, do you guys want me to make a video right now for a tier list? Chat, type 1 if you guys want a tier list video right now. I don't mind doing it. I mean, it's content for me. It's a free video. Alright, awesome. Alright. That's quite a lot of ones in my chat. I think the last time I did a tier list was like Overwatch 2 beta. I got most of them right, actually. Like, when the pros were like playing it, I was like, alright, I fucking knew it. I was right. Alright, I'm going to do tanks first. That way it's a little bit more organized. Hello YouTube, say hi. Say hi chat. This is my tier list from a DPS player who's been playing in GM games for the past week and a half. I guess a week, sorry. But I've been playing Overwatch 2 as a GM player for the past week, and these are my opinions from a DPS perspective. I am rating these heroes specifically on their impact in the game and personally how much pressure they can provide to a team and also with a team. Let's start off with Monkey. But you know what? I wanna just let's do S tiers first. Diva's S tier. Pretty self-explanatory. She does so much damage right now, especially if you don't really know how to play Diva. She's extremely strong. You have like 800 HP. Her missiles deal like 300 HP. She has a matrix. She's incredibly strong. If you don't really know how to play the game yet, and you guys are starting off new, you're a noob in Overwatch, play D.Va. She's extremely strong. Next character for S tier. I'm trying to find these tanks. I can't find them. Where's the Zarya? Oh, I found it. All right, hello Zarya. Zarya is S tier. I say right now, if you are incredibly gifted at Overwatch, like you've been playing the game for a long time, you've hit top 100 on Zarya, just play Zarya. She's so OP. I think right now the skill floor for D.Va is very low, which is why she can gain a lot of impact. She has so much pressure. But with Zarya, like if you have very good bubble management, since you have 2 now, you have a huge impact in the game. Not only that, you can like also provide pressure in the front line while also like using a very strong ultimate. I think, you know, arguably Graviton Surge is a lot better than D.Va Bomb. If you're new to the game, D.Va. If you're a veteran, play Zarya. Pretty much it. Reinhardt. I think he's an A tier specifically because rush comp is extremely relevant right now in this game. Reinhardt's playstyle is pretty much play around corners, fire strike whenever necessary. And if you have Lucio speed, Reinhardt is so strong right now. He has so much pressure. The word is pressure. Like, I'm going to keep saying this because like Overwatch is a game about pressure. If you're playing like, let's do Roadhog for example. How much pressure can Roadhog deal right now to a team? How much pressure can he provide? His only pressure really is going on a flank and hitting hooks. I'm gonna put Roadhog in D by the way. Roadhog can get a lot of pressure dealt to the enemy team if he hits his hooks and like does flanks, but that's pretty much his entire playstyle. He can't really frontline, especially if like if the enemy team just has, I don't know, an Ana, Baptiste, Zen Discord Orb. It's really not that hard to like push a Roadhog away. But Reinhardt, Zarya, and D.Va, dude, you can't really move them unless like they actually get pummeled. But Roadhog is really easy to deter. Speaking of deterrence, Orisa isn't that great either right now, personally speaking, just because I believe for Fortify, quote me if I'm wrong, she can take headshots now with Fortify on. And even though she can deal a lot of damage with her left click and her spear, like I said, it's about the consistent pressure that she can deal. She can shoot, but it's not like one-shotting them, you know? Like, unless you hit that nice javelin seal shot, she can't really do much. And her ultimate is decent at best. You can literally just walk out. It doesn't deal that much damage unless like you charge it up for like 3 to 4 seconds, so it's like really pointless. Most characters right now, like DPS characters that are currently meta, all have mobility, so there's no point in using your ult. It's not gonna hit anyone, so good luck with that. Next tank is going to be Hammond. I'm gonna put him at B tier specifically because I know most people don't know how to play Hammond yet. I know most of you guys that are watching this video are new. You guys probably don't have a good understanding on when to engage, when to disengage, when to poke, when to like be annoying. It's going to be quite hard for you guys to like understand the concept of how to play Hammond yet. But I think once you do understand how to play Hammond, you can do the same thing as what Winston will do, which is literally dive. But dive with a brain, right? You have to like dive smart. That's like the difference between Hammond and Winston right now. When I'm playing games in GM level, Winston is very, very straightforward. If you want to poke, you can use your sniper. If you want to dive, you just go in. It's really, really that simple, and Hammond needs to set up still. At the end of the day, like, a team's pacing is specifically, the core is Hammond, and if he can't get into a position, the team really doesn't do anything. So that's like my flaw right now with Hammond, which is why I'd rather have a Winston on my team, and why I would put him at A tier. Doomfist is just bad, unless like you're just a god Doomfist player. If you understand his kit, like from the core, like Zebra, or like any of the other one trick like Doomfist players, he can probably go all the way to like B tier. He's good, but like he's so hard to get value right now. I think he's terrible. Don't play Doomfist if you're new right now. You will be inting. I think they need to probably like change his guard. I think if guard can like negate all CCs, just like Zarya bubble, he might actually be incredibly strong. But right now he just gets CC'd. Or if you don't shoot him when he charges up his stun for his right click, he just dies. That's why I'm gonna put him at D tier. This is gonna be a long video actually. I just finished tanks on. Oh wait, no, we got Sigma. Sigma is weird. I definitely think he's better than Orisa right now because he can still apply pressure on DPS. The word is pressure. He can put his shield down and still poke out DPSs. But I can't argue that he can deal with most DPSs right now. Like Genji, it's going to be hard for a Sigma to like deal with, rather like than just go Winston and zap him. And he doesn't really fall into the category of like, hey, let's rush. You can't really rush with Sigma. He's best used for poke, especially like applying pressure on hitscan heroes. The thing is, all hitscan characters need to do now is just play an off angle. Because back in Overwatch 1, the reason why Sigma and Orisa were good was because they were together. Now they're separate. They're not that great separate. But yeah, those are the tanks. If you agree with me, you agree with me. If you disagree with me, well, that's cool too. Oh wait, Junker Queen. I forgot. Junker Queen. Where's the Junker Queen? I don't see the icon. How am I gonna add her? All right, Junker Queen. I don't think she's good right now. Maybe it's because I haven't played against an experienced Junker Queen, but I would put her at C for those that are watching. I put her at C. She's not that great. She doesn't really apply a lot of pressure and you can just shoot her. She doesn't have like much of a defense mechanism. Rather, she just shoots and deals damage. Yeah, you can use your ult to heal back, but that's like the only thing really. So I put her at C tier right next to Orisa, where like they both just die. All right, support. Support is really, really weird right now because I know support doesn't really have a high impact in Overwatch 2. I argue that right now DPS and tanks have the highest impact in the game. Supports kind of just like float around, do their own stuff, healing. But I do know the best support right now, personally in my opinion, there's two actually. Mercy, okay, this is very, very subjective because I'm a hitscan player. And right now, I think Mercy damage boost is by far one of the strongest utility in the game. I think Mercy pocket with a hitscan is so broken. Not even just a hitscan, like with Sojourn too. She's so broken. She is so broken right now. If you just pocket a very, very mechanically gifted hitscan player, like that hitscan player will just card carry no matter what. Doesn't matter what tank they're on. So I'm gonna put her at A tier. I'm not gonna put her at S because I feel like there are still counters to Mercy. You just want to rush. That's all you do. You just want to rush comp. And if the DPS can't carry, then the team falls apart too. I think Ana's a little weird. C-Thread is strong, Nade is strong, Nano Boost is strong. I know Genji is meta. However, I feel like maybe it's because I haven't played enough with enough Anas, but I just don't see a lot of support, if that makes any sense. Like, I feel the healing. I don't feel enough support, like the support pressure from an Ana player. Maybe it's because push is a lot challenging for Ana to play, but I'd personally put her at B tier because I think Baptiste is A tier. I'd rather have a Baptiste any day over an Ana specifically because of the fact that Baptiste got buffed like 3 times during Overwatch 2 beta. I don't know if you guys know this. His shift ability heals him for like 150 HP and his surrounding too. It's super, super strong. And the fact that Baptiste is literally a DPS in a 5v5 makes no sense. I've had a lot of success with this composition with Lucio Bap. These two, specifically with the rush comps, you run a Baptiste with Lucio with a Reinhardt or like Zarya or D.Va, it's just so much pressure. Lucio's speed is so broken in 5v5, and on top of like the Bapple, it synergizes so well with literally everything in a game. Also, Immortality is a second ultimate, let's be honest. But yeah, that's where I would put in Moira. I think Moira is probably a C or D. Sorry, Moira players, but I just don't feel like she adds anything to your team. She doesn't die, which is good. Like, you can just fade away from like a dive, but I feel like that doesn't really, there's no pressure with Moira except for like throw the little orb at like a little chokehold and that'll apply some pressure, but I feel like she doesn't really give any like it factor. Like everything else, like everything in A tier and S tier, they have something that makes them extremely broken. I think Berg right now is also in a really weird spot because she can't stun. I think she was so much stronger when she was actually able to like stun someone. She doesn't really have anything anymore. She deals damage, but it's not a lot to like really carry a team fight. Like Lucio speed boost can carry a team fight. Baptiste, anything of his abilities can carry a team fight. Brig though, I mean, she can rally, but I just don't feel like that's enough to put her like where Ana's at. Okay, Zenyatta. So I thought Zen was going to be more overpowered personally, but I really feel like Baptiste outshines Zenyatta in literally every single way right now. Like immortality is broken, Bapple synergizes with everything in this game, and also offensive abilities are a lot stronger right now in this game. Like offensive ultimates. Like Zenyatta Trance used to be extremely broken, but I feel like nowadays, like with the tempo, like the important thing is tempo, guys. Overwatch 1 was very long. Like the fights were extremely long, and eventually a support can get their ultimate. But right now, the fights are so quick because it's DPS gap, or like you just rush so hard or dive so hard that they just instantly die. Which is why I just personally don't think the pacing of the game is right for Zen right now. Alright, so I know a lot of you guys are saying Zen is B, but it's really like, if you can aim, yeah, he can be in B tier. But I personally would rather have a Lucio or Baph or Ana any day. Don't you dare. I dare. It's just way too fast for Zenyatta right now. And the more 25% Discord though, personally I'd rather have a Mercy on the team. It's a lot harder to like be a good Zen now. Cause like for me, I am in your backline, guys. I'm playing DPS, I'm in your backline. You know the first person who I always look at? It's Zen. Why? Because he has a giant ass noggin. He's free. He has no ability to really like save him when he gets dove. I guess that's it, except for Kiriko. So I'm not gonna put Kiriko on this yet because I feel like I can't justify doing her, specifically because I haven't played her in like a high elo setting. Like every elo is different too. Some characters might be stronger in some elos, like Pharah, because hitscan players in bronze can't hit a Pharah for goddamn life. So I can't really put her at a specific category. If I were to put her, I'd probably put her at like a safe A or B. I don't know how strong she is in ranked because I feel like her damage is inconsistent. A good player won't get hit in the head by Kiriko. Like I strongly feel as though the higher you climb, the harder it is to hit your shots, right? It makes sense. People have better movement, which is why I don't know yet. Her ultimate is super OP. I do know that, but I can't justify a good ultimate being part of like S tier. So I'd put her like somewhere A or B. I really don't know yet. She's inconsistent. I playtested her actually during the summit. I felt as though Baptiste was still a way better Kiriko because of immortality. Yes, she can make everyone invulnerable, but her damage is so inconsistent still. I'd say she's somewhere between A or B, depending on like the player personally. If you're good at aiming, probably A tier. If you can't aim, probably B tier. All right, I think that's it for supports. DPS is now. Cool. All right. The moment everyone's been waiting for, how I truly feel about Cassidy. No, I'm kidding. He's definitely not S tier. I think he is between... I think he's just a solid B. He's not even an A, dude. He's not an A. I think he's okay. I've been playing him in GM for quite some time now, for the last week. And the lineup, the matchups are extremely difficult right now, specifically because Sombra is in the game. And right now, Sojourn is in the game. These two characters... Actually, no. I'm not going to put Sojourn at S tier specifically because Sojourn does require a lot of mechanics. Sombra does not require any good aim. And I will tell you why. The reason being is because all you have to do is sit in a little freaking corner behind the enemy team. Wait for someone to come out of the spawn. Tell your Genji or Trace or a monkey, hey, there's a little Cassidy coming out of the spawn. Let's hack him real quick. And then, you know, you just die. She also does a fuck ton of damage right now. I believe her hack increases her damage by like 40%. Her EMP also does flat damage plus the hack. It's just so overtuned, her kit. And the reason why, you know, Cassidy is also in the B tier, if you can hit your shots, you can probably like bump it up to an A. But I personally feel like even if you hit your shots as Cassidy right now, it's still quite difficult to get value. You can add a lot of pressure by hitting her shots. You have Sojourn right here, who all she needs to do is railgun you in the head, and it's not that difficult to hit your railgun shots. And I put her at A tier instead of S tier because I feel like a Sombra her chemistry with other characters are so ridiculously overpowered right now. Sojourn, she can like do her own thing, but I feel like she isn't the only solo carry, like hit scan, whatever you want to call her, like carry. Like I think Ashe right now is like B tier just like Cass. I think Bob is decent right now because Sombra is extremely meta. You'll always find a Sombra in your enemy team, and all she has to do is do the hacking thing again, and Bob is put to sleep for like 10 seconds. She's so strong. Soldier 76. I don't want to put Soldier where Sojourn is specifically because I feel like Soldier 76, he can deal a lot of damage, but also don't think he has like the carry potential as Sojourn. So I'm gonna put Soldier at like a high B tier. He's probably the highest. Healing pad is extremely strong. Flanking right now. All right, so this is extremely important. I want every DPS player who's looking at this tier list to think to yourself, how can I win? And right now, the meta is flanking. All you have to do is flank their backline or just diff their DPS, and then you just flank. You're just free to do whatever you want. You don't have to like shoot the tank at all. You just go flank. That's all you gotta do, and you have legs as a soldier. All right, so Widowmaker. All right, this is very, very controversial. I think she's extremely strong. I think Widow and Sojourn both have like extreme. No, this is not a meme. Not a meme. I do think Widowmaker. This is an Overwatch 1 too. Back in Overwatch 1, it didn't matter what comp you ran. You just had to hit the head. That's all you have to do. It's really not that difficult. If you have good mechanics, you can solo carry a team. Why? Because all you have to do is constantly get the picks. And right now, there's no more 2 shields. Supports aren't hiding behind shields. DPSs are probably trying to outduel you. So you just challenge and just win the challenge. It's really just that simple. That's where I'm put. All right, so this is GM level, by the way, as well. Like I'm going to like emphasize this tier list is pressure and also carry potential at a GM level. Next hero, Tracer. I don't think Tracer is bad. I think she's extremely strong with like the correct setup. I also don't think she does enough damage alone right now. Like her damage is not that great. She kind of needs the support from like a second dive character like Sombra, Winston. A Sojourn can dive with her. I don't think she's that great, which is why I'm gonna probably put her like with the rest of like these 4. Genji is S tier. He's so good. Genji is very, very, very good. I believe the reason why he's good is because of that right click and also lack of CCs now. You can one shot with a right click melee. For those that don't know yet, who are new to the game, you can right click melee any 200 HP target. Very, very strong. And with the passive buff to all DPS heroes, he literally gained the most out of it, in my opinion. Hanzo is weird. I don't think he's good at all actually right now with the pacing of the game. Like I said, the pacing is very quick. Fights are very fast. Can't see Hanzo really surviving in this game with his current kit. The skill 4 is very high for this character. Like you actually have to hit your shots or you just die. He doesn't really give a lot of pressure right now. Like remember what I keep saying, pressure. That's the most important thing. Bastion, I know there's like a glitch going on right now, but he's trash. I think he's really bad. Don't play Bastion. He's so bad. Just don't play Bastion. I'm sorry. Sorry to all my Bastion homies in the chat or watching the video. Reaper, this character is really weird because I think he's insanely good because of the lack of CCs now. But at the same time, I feel like I really want to put him at A because I've been versing a Reaper I versed at least like 20 Reapers. Reaper is so goddamn strong right now. The lack of a CC. Brig doesn't have a CC anymore. Cassidy doesn't have a CC anymore. All Zarya has to do is bubble Reaper in. He TPs, goes freaking crazy. It like the skill floor is so low for this character because of the fact that he does so much damage close range. So you don't have to be good at aiming. You don't have to have a giga brain. You just TP in because nothing stuns you anymore. Okay, Junkrat. I think Junkrat's in a very, very weird state. I've seen good Junkrat players, but I've also seen Junkrat players where like, you know, it's really hard to get value. Spam is also like irrelevant now in the game because the meta is rush and dive. It's fast paced. Things need to die quick, right? And Junkrat can't really get that done unless you're just flanking hard. Yes, there are some people who can play Junkrat in a way where it's extremely divey, but most of you guys who are watching probably aren't playing like that. So I'd probably put them between C or B. B tier for those who actually know how to play this character. C tier for those who like are, you know, an average player. Symmetra is weird. I can't really, I don't think she's S. I don't think she's A. I don't think she's B. I definitely think she's between C and D. One, because I haven't seen her in my games, which means she's bad. No one wants to play her. And 2, I can't really see her getting too much value right now. TP, the reason why Symmetra was really strong in Overwatch 1 was because of TP and 2 tanks. You run TP as a DPS, you run Symmetra, just TP onto the point on 2 CP, and then you gain a lot of pressure. You create space with your TP. But right now, TP has 0 value. There's no reason to use your TP. Every character that's a DPS has a lot of mobility up in the S and A tier, so there's no reason to be using Sim. Echoes, I haven't seen a single Echo, so I don't know what happened to Echo. She just fell off and no one plays this character for some reason anymore. I haven't seen her a single time in GM. I don't know what happened to her. This is a hard I don't know. She's probably a C or D because I don't see her in my games in high elo. Echo is extremely strong when it came to 2 shields because she can copy as Orisa or Sigma. Usually the priority was Sigma. And I think right now, because they kept nerfing Echo's ultimate, she doesn't really gain anything. And 3 shields in Overwatch 1 it was just broken. Like you run Echo, you copy their Sigma. There's 3 shields on that team. 3! And right now, it's not shield watch anymore. Shields are pretty much like gone. So I can't see her really getting much value unless like you're extremely good at her. I'm just gonna put her a D. Mei. I don't think she's good at all. Maybe a C. I don't know, man. Maybe a D, man. I think she's terrible. All right, let me explain myself. The reason why I believe Mei is D tier is because the current meta is all about fast pace. It's fast. There's a lot of Sombra. There's a lot of Genji. She can't freeze anyone anymore. She can only slow. Her wall is pretty useless currently because all the characters that are up there have high mobility. You just walk around it. You just use your gap closer and go around it or jump over it. And her right click, her main damage ability, it's not very consistent. I'm way more worried about a Widowmaker looking at me, Sojourn looking at me, way more. Pharah, I haven't played against the Pharahs enough. I don't know. This is a character where like I don't know. I think she's C tier specifically because she can still apply a lot of pressure. She can be countered, but I mean I've versed this guy named Yazan. I think we all know Yazan. But I'm gonna put her at C tier specifically because I know most players aren't very comfortable with her playstyle, her concept, how she aims, how you position yourself as a Pharah. Torb. Yeah, low key, I actually played him once. I think Torb is really fucking good. I'm putting a Torb at B. I actually think he's really good. As weird as that sounds, Turret is extremely strong right now against dive. Torb has always been strong against dive because of his armor. You press E, he's a tank again. He's a tank. And Torb turret never gets broken. But yeah, here's my tier list. I hope you guys gained some form of insight. And I want to make sure you guys look at this and be like, okay, do all these characters at SA provide a lot of pressure? If yes, then yeah, you agree with my tier list. If no, then maybe we're just not on the same page. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tier list. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, comment in the comments if you guys agree with me on that, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right.